TV Reactions. We back in the building for another one. Title of the video is pretty much why it's best to roll solo in 2024. Why it's best to roll solo in 2024. We live in a day right now where it's really tough. It's really a time where a lot of you are being tested, tried, and it's like you have to really know your surroundings. You have to know who you're around, what you're around, and you have to kind of figure out what's going on in life. And sometimes we become distracted by our job, family issues, various other things. And it can put you in a situation where you find yourself dealing with things that is taking away your energy. Having certain people around you can drain your energy. Being responsible for different things can drain your energy. There's so much things that can cause you, I would say, unnecessary issues. So in 2024, moving forward, to me, the best thing to do is roll solo. Rolling solo is something that I've always been doing. From time to time, I try to not necessarily give people an opportunity, but I try to open certain doors that really are not supposed to be open, but you kind of open doors to see where things go. You know what I mean? Like that. And a lot of times those doors have to end up being closed because it's like there's something going on in this world where, I don't know, man. It's like the best thing to do right now is move solo. And a lot of y'all can feel what I'm saying because you are experiencing different things in life where it's like, man, it's like the more I hang around people, it's like the more problems I end up getting myself into. But when I roll solo, I don't got to deal with none of these issues. You know what I mean? Like sometimes you can have people that will invite themselves into your life. Like you didn't ask them to be around you. They just invite themselves, you know? And it's like, it's one of them things where it's like, look, if I'm not interested in talking to you and you kind of invite yourself in trying to be friendly, but I'm not trying to be friendly back, then that should be a hint to you that I don't want to be bothered. And I can understand why a lot of times you ladies, you get frustrated with men when they approach you trying to holler. And it all makes sense now why a lot of women get upset with men that just approach them. Hey, baby, how you doing? Bro, the lady she's not interested in you. Like, yeah, she looked good. I understand there's a lot of sisters that look good from head to toe, they banging. I get it. But a lot of us men, we don't understand that the same principles that I'm talking about here, it even applies when you're talking to women. Because you can see a lady that look good and you approaching her, but in her mind, she's rolling solo. Which means when she got up in the morning, she wasn't thinking about a man. She wasn't thinking about, oh, I'm trying to get into a relationship. She may be going through a couple of things she's trying to get straight in her life. She may got some debts, some bills. She got problems. She's not thinking about no man right now. Yeah, she looked good. I get it. She know men are going to be attracted. But at the same time, when you pulling up on her and you're trying to invite yourself into her life, it's like you're forcing yourself on her. So you can't get upset if she ignore you because she's not doing it on purpose. Like she's not being mean. It's just that she's trying to protect her peace. But at the same time, I'm sure she understands why you're trying to talk to her. It's because she's attractive. You know what I mean? But my point is, sometimes you could be a dude or a woman and there's people around you trying to be your friend or not necessarily be your friend. They just trying to get in to kind of see what you're about, things like that. And it can be a distraction. You know what I mean? Let me see who we got here. Let me see. We got Andrew in the building. We got New, what is that? Kretcher. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing your name. My apologies if I got it wrong. You got who's this? Jamard. I'm not sure if that's the proper name pronunciation. Alvarez, Strawberry. We got Ed. We got Rose. Is that Valise? I'm not sure. Lost Revolutionary, Wisdom. Ryan, J Legend, E Money, Paul, Caramel. Got Sean the Navigator in the building. Salute. Shay Shay or Shishi. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it right. Let me see who else. Got Tupac, Marcus, Raul, Jonathan, and a host of other people. If I ain't shout your name out, hey, don't get mad at me, man. You know what I'm saying? I just want to salute to everybody that's in the building. Why it's best to roll solo. Now, we're not saying that you can't interact with people. What we're saying is that you have to roll solo, meaning in today's day, it's dangerous to be around a lot of people. It really is a dangerous thing. It can disturb your peace in a way that it can really throw you off your square. And I find that rolling solo is the best thing you can do because it's a healthy thing. Because you really can't trust people. You really can't. In today's day, as much as you try to give people the benefit of the doubt, man, it's like it always end up in some sort of mess. Like, it's like, how many times have you folks had coworkers that you thought was cool, everything was fine in the beginning, and the next minute things just went a different route, and you're like, what the world's going on here? Well, you opened that door, you gave them an opportunity, and next minute things went a different route. And it's like, there comes a time when you got to get tired of that type of stuff. You know what I mean? Now, that's not to say there's not no true people in the world. There are people out here that are true. You know what I mean? But it's very difficult to find true people that are 100%, they're 100% of the understanding of what is needed to be, I guess, active around you. And a good example of that is when it comes to having a relationship. When it comes to having a relationship, you got to find somebody that's actually on point, right or wrong. You got to find somebody that's on point, that can rock with you, that you can talk to, that you can have some sort of relationship with. The same thing with people. So if you come around people and their energy is not the same, or they don't have your best interest at heart, it can really be detrimental to the things you're trying to do and accomplish in life. And I find that rolling solo is the most important thing you can do in today's day. What does that mean? What does it look like to roll solo? Well, I'm glad you asked that question. What does it look like to roll solo in 2024? Rolling solo in 2024 can be looked upon as you get up in the morning, you go to work. You're not at work to be friends. You're not at work to party. You're there to do your job. Then you go home. There's people that you come across. Hey, how you doing? Cool. But you ain't really hanging with nobody. Hey, John, you want to come down with me, man? We're going to have some beers. Nah, I'm good. Hey, yo, bro, we're going to the club. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be a lot of ladies over there, fam. You know what I'm saying? We're going to hit up the club. My man and them is driving. We're going to be in the SUV. Nah, I'm good. But we're just going to be hanging out, man. Ain't going to be nothing, man. Nah, I'm cool. I'm good. Hey, yo, bro, this weekend, man, we're going to have the game, yo. We're going to chop it up at my man's in them crib. You know Derek? Yeah, the dude with the black car. Yeah, we're going to be by his crib. Yo, you going to pass through? Nah, I'm good. I'm good. I got my own TV. I can watch the game myself. Because if you go there, there's going to be a fight. If you go there, there's going to be an argument. If you go there, somebody going to get drunk. If you go there, it's going to be some drama because number one, you might know dude that invited you, but you don't know all those other dudes. And that's where the problems come in. A lot of times we don't know people. We don't know the people we hanging around. We don't really know them. We know about them, but we don't really know them, if that makes sense. You got to really know people to, I guess, have them in your we like to call it in your circle, but I don't really like using that word in your circle or whatever the case is, because I don't consider myself having a circle. You know what I mean? I don't think I ever had a circle to begin with. I just roll solo, and I try to, I guess, see if there are people out there that meet those criteria, that kind of standard of the kind of people, official people. You know what I mean? And a lot of times, it's difficult to find those kind of people in today's day because something always comes up that changes the dynamics of various relationships. This is why rolling solo is very important. A lot of you ladies, you have friends that you think are your friends, but they're not really your friends. They're competing with you. They're jealous of you. They're not really happy for you, you know? And it is what it is, man. So it's something that you have to really think about, because you can have people around you and you thinking that they're cool. Oh, these are my friends. They have my best interests at heart. No, they don't. They're jealous of you. They hang around you. You got a lot of people that will hang around you and don't like you. You have people that will literally hang around you and don't like you, but they'll hang around you because they're constantly keeping tabs on what you're doing. They're constantly keeping tabs on where you're going, what you're up to. I mean, nobody could really figure me out because I'm just real. And I'm so real, it's unbelievable. Like some people just don't understand it. I can sense demonic activity. I can sense when something is not right. And when I realize something is not right, I take action. Because when it comes to peace, when it comes to having a good mindset, you can't have people in your life that is going to take that energy, that peace away from you. Rolling solo is the most important thing you can do for your health, because having too many people around you mean you're going to have too many spirits around you. You know, you're going to have too many spirits that are active around you, because you never know what other people are going through. A person can be cool 1 minute and then they got issues that they're going through, and because of their issues, they end up switching up. You get what I'm saying? And if you have that energy around you, it can affect you. You know what I mean? So you can't really have that around you. Now, again, going back to what it looks like to be rolling solo. Rolling solo is sort of like having tunnel vision. It doesn't mean you're antisocial. You just know when to be social. You know when it's time to talk to people. You know how to deal with people from a mile away. That's how you should deal with people moving forward. Deal with people from a distance. That's how you should deal with people in 2024. Deal with them from a distance, meaning you stay over there and I'll deal with you from a distance. Because I don't want your energy to affect my peace. Because see, those of you who know, my situation, relocating from New York to North Carolina, I'm trying to get away from drama, dysfunction, noise, violence, gangs. I mean, you name it. Trying to get away from all that mess. Now, of course, no matter where you go, there's going to be a new devil. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter. There's going to always be a new devil. And trust me, my eyes are open even in North Carolina. I already done peep some things. I already done see some things, and my antennas is up. You know what I mean? Nobody can fool me. When I tell you, nobody can fool me when it comes to people carrying spirits and demons. Like, I can see them on people. I can pick up on energy. There's certain things that people do, and I automatically where they coming from and what's going on. You know? Like the shirt, it says, let me see, Dad something. I'm not sure if you can see that. Dad, I can't even read it. It's on my screen, it's backwards, but I'm sure you could probably read what it says. But yeah, rolling solo, man. It's very important. A lot of you out there are dealing with these type of issues, man. You find that it's like the more people you hang around, the more issues you see. This one is talking about you. That one is saying this. This one is upset. If you ain't have none of these people around in the first place, you won't have none of these issues. So sometimes you got to look at yourself and be like, you know what? I got to do some spring cleaning, if that makes sense. I got to do some spring cleaning, and I got to remove people. Ain't nothing wrong with that. You know what I mean? It is what it is, because you have to protect your peace. And the only kind of people that need to be around you are people who celebrate you. People who celebrate you. Let me explain something about the kind of people you should have around you, because a lot of times people hear these topics on you got to roll solo, and they misconstrue the things that I'm saying, like you're just antisocial, you can't be around nobody, you're just not a friendly person. That's not what this is about, fam. You need to have people around you that are 100% in support of who you are. I'm talking about a person that if you fell on hard times and you don't got no food, you don't got a place to stay, they got you. If they had it like that, you know what I mean? Like, and sometimes even if they don't got it like that, they'll still support you. I'm talking about a person who sticks closer than a brother. A person who you can go to, sit down, share your life with, and that person respects your privacy, respects and honor your situation. They're not out there talking about you behind your back. Those kind of people are difficult to find. Those kind of people are extremely difficult to find. Now, I had a friend back in the day that was like that. You know what I mean? I did have a friend back in the day that was like that. Me and him was super cool. Super, super cool. You know what I mean? And I think he had to go back to Trinidad and finish school or something along them lines. His parents didn't want him to be in New York because they thought that he was over here, I guess, being assimilated with how things go out there. And I guess he's going to lose his culture, his Trinidadian heritage or whatever the case is. So they shipped him back over there so that he can, I don't know, you know what I mean? But the point is, you need to have people that understand life, purpose, people with integrity, people that are transparent, people that don't lie, people that don't hide, people you can count on. Very, very difficult to find those kind of people in 2024. Very, very difficult, because People are always out to get something. You got to find people that are loyal. I'm talking about people that are so loyal, you can call them up at 2 a.m. in the morning, but like, yo, I got a problem. I need your assistance. They're there. They'll stop everything. They're there. You know? So you really can't just have everybody around you thinking we all like cool, because not everybody's going to come to your defense at 2 a.m. in the morning. They're not going to do that. You know? You said, Yime says, I don't have one person like that in my life anymore. I mean, no one. The last one I had was my mother, who's been gone for now more than 1 year. Condolences to you, fam. I already don't know what that is like to lose Mom. Duke says she was everything to me, and she loved me like no other person. And see, the thing that you learn from your mom, again, my condolences to you, because I lost my mom. I know what that's like. Your mom taught you. She taught you a valuable lesson about life. She taught you what it means to have people that are true. So because of the love and the character of your mom, she instilled these values in you that made you look at life and see who people really are. So now anytime you get around people, you already know. Nobody can fool you because you know how your mom treated you. You get what I'm saying? The way your mom treated you is a blueprint of how it's supposed to be. So when you get around regular folk and they act in one way, you're like, listen, you fake. I know you fake because I know how my mom was. You get what I'm saying? I know how my mom was. So now anybody that come across your path, you can read them. You know? And that's crazy, man. And to those in the chat, ignore the trolls. You know what I'm saying? The trolls always come to seek attention. They're normally sent by the devil. So we're talking about rolling solo in 2024. You have to learn how to be alone. You have to learn how to go out by yourself. You got to learn how to do this type of stuff. You got to learn how to hang out with yourself, because a lot of us, we be feeling like we need to have other people around in order to have a good time. Like, nah, I don't need nobody around, to be honest. I really don't. I got so many different things I got to do. I really don't need people around to have a good time. Now, it'll be cool to have certain people around. It'll be cool. Ain't nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying be a loner and just, you know what I'm saying, struggle all day. You know, that's not what I'm saying. But you have to consider what I'm saying about rolling solo. Learn how to be alone, but yet not be lonely. Meaning you have things that you do, you have different hobbies, crafts, talents, things that you cultivate on your own, and learn how to do things on your own. Because a true person who rolls solo is a person that is self-sufficient, a person who knows how to adapt to the climate, adapt to the way things are, and they can function in a world that is chaotic, but you know how to cope by yourself. You know how to get through by yourself. You know, you're not in need of people, if that makes sense. Because again, if you have too many people around you and you don't really know them, that can be detrimental to your peace. It can really, really cause you to, I guess, fall back into old habits and whatnot, because you have demonic spirits that are literally coming to you to try to take you off of the plan that the Most High pretty much have for you. And it's just something that a lot of people don't understand. You know what I mean? They don't understand how this thing works, because it's like they give people the benefit of the doubt too much. You know what I mean? It's like they give people the benefit of the doubt too much, and they end up getting messed up because of, I guess, putting too much trust into people. And that's something that I think a lot of us fail at. We put trust in people too much. And there's nothing wrong with putting trust in people. The problem is we're too quick to put the trust in people and give them a stamp. And then next minute, something else come up and you're like, whoa, wait a minute. What's going on here? You know what I'm saying? I thought you were like this. I thought you were like, oh, all right. Okay, cool. I didn't know. You know what I mean? It's one of them type of things. You know? So you shouldn't really put all your trust in people like that, because people will let you down. People will let you down. They'll let you down. And again, shout out to everybody that's coming into the live. If you can, click that like button. We have 424 people in the building. You know what I mean? You can't give people a stamp of approval without them going through the test. You know, they got to go through the test of time to be proven that they're on point. And I'm telling you, a lot of you have been shocked in life by this. How many of you, with a show of a one, knew somebody, and next minute, it's like something happened with the person and you're like, whoa, and they switched up, something happened, or whatever the case is, and it's like it was never the same again, and you're like, dag, man. So if this is how it is with you, then damn, how is it with everybody else? And you start, it really puts you in a position where it's like you don't trust nobody. Because it's like, damn, who do I trust? Only the Most High. The only one you can truly trust in today's day is the Most High. That's it. You can't trust people, bro. You can't. Because they may end up doing something that may go against your principles. They may do something else that may be offensive. And before you know it, man, you know, y'all ain't talking no more, you know? And it's really a situation. A lot of y'all have that going on even with your own family, where you and a cousin don't talk no more. You and a brother, a sister, don't talk no more because of a disagreement. Something happened, and now all of a sudden now it's like, man, we don't even speak. How many of y'all right now, with a show of a one, ain't talking to certain family members because of some issue? And y'all supposed to be family, but yet y'all still not talking. So now, if you're not talking with your own blood relatives right now over an issue, how much more are people that you don't know gonna do you dirty? Come on now. If you're not even talking to your own relatives based off a disagreement, then that right there should show you what the world is like. If I'm beefing with my own family, and I don't like to use the term beefing because it's not really a beef, it's really a disagreement over something, and y'all just not talking to each other no more. You know what I mean? And it's crazy. I had situations like that with family members. I'm not going to go into too much detail because, you know what I'm saying? That's family members. Even though I was done dirty, but I still ain't going to put it out there, you know what I'm saying, for you folks to hear, because it still takes a certain level of respect to put certain things out there. Now, there's certain people you could talk to about certain things. based on your relationships or whatever with those people. But certain things you don't want to talk about. But if I could kind of give you an understanding, it had something to do with money, right? And basically, you know, they owed me. One thing led to another. Next minute, they went ghost. You know what I'm saying? So we weren't talking for a long time. Long time. And recently, they just hit me up out of the blue, you know? Saw the phone call coming through. Now, what I could have done is I could have ignored the call. I could have been bitter. I could have been full of strife. But no, I answered the call. I answered the call. I answered the call. They saluted me, wished me a happy birthday. And in my mind, I'm like, but what about? And I said, you know what? Forget what you owe me. In my mind, I said, forget what you owe me. In other words, the debt that they owed, it's forgiven. I'm not even thinking about it no more. Now, at the time, it was a lot of money. It wasn't a little bit. That's a lot of money. And because they called, I looked at the relationship and them reaching out. I looked at that as a sign of them trying to restore. So for me, if I would have been on some old, yo, you owe me this and that, yo, the way you calling me for, yo, you tripping, where my money? Nah. Instead, I took the call, responded, talked like men, and basically, I didn't bring it up. So in my mind right now, they don't owe me nothing because the relationship is more important than the money. The relationship. And I talk about this all the time in my videos about how relationships is more important than money. A lot of you folks out there don't understand that. And I think that's one of the main reasons why a lot of people are unable to build and grow is because they're not focused on the relationship with the people that they're around. They're focused on money. And when you're focused on money, that is going to be responsible for all sorts of turmoil and issues. And even the Bible talks about that. The Bible clearly says that for the love of money is the root of all evil, which while some coveted after, they erred from the faith into diverse lust and issues. So if money gets in the way, there's going to be problems. And this is why a lot of family members don't get along. A lot of friends don't get along. A lot of times, if you really dig deep, it's about money. It's about money or some sort of relationship. Somebody took somebody's woman, or somebody slept with somebody's woman, or something like that. Somebody pissed. But normally, it's always over some sort of money. Always over some sort of money. But I chose to forgive the debt, take the call, and now I'm able to, I guess, restore the relationship with this family member that we haven't spoken to each other in years over money. Imagine that. Money have the power. Money has the power to sever relationships. It has the power to sever family members, call switch up. It's a sad situation, man, but money can do, you know? And salute to V-Dub, man, in the building. I see you there, you know? There's only a few people in this world that is official, man. Only a few people, man. This is why rolling solo is the best thing you could do. Because number one, if you stay rolling solo as a person, you're going to become successful. So if you're a man or a woman, you have to roll solo moving forward, which means limit the amount of people around you that you call your friends. You want to limit those particular people. You don't want to have all those people around you. You want to limit that. You don't want to have too many people, too many spirits. You don't want, because you're going places. You're going places and you can't take everybody with you. Relationships is the most important thing you can do in today's day, fam. The most important. So to all you folks out there that don't get it, relationships is more important than money. Relation. If you have the right kind of people in your life, the right kind of people that are official, it will open doors for you. It'll open doors that money cannot open. A simple approval from a person can get you in different doors. That's like I'm aware of who you are and I know you, and you needed something regarding business. And I'm a person with connections. You know me. You don't have to have money if you know me. All you got to do is have the relationship. So you might not have the money to get whatever it is, to get the property. You might not have the credit. You might not have nothing. But if you knew me and I know the person that owned that business and me and him is cool, and I go to that person and I'm like, yo, what's going on, bro? Hey, what's good, man? Yo, how business, man? Hey, everything is good, man. Yo, we doing numbers right now. I'm like, yo, let me holler at you about something, fam. I'm like, yo, you know that property that you got over there on the corner? It's like, yeah. What up with that? I'm like, yo, man, I need for you to do me a solid, bro. Like, real talk. You know, we go way back, you know what I'm saying, from school, from Sandbox. It's like, yeah, man, what's good? What you need, man? Like, yo, man, I got this dude, man. You know what I'm saying? I know him. He's official. You know what I mean? He really want that property, man. You know what I mean? But his paperwork ain't right. You know what I mean? But he's a good dude. You know what I'm saying? I know who he is. You know what I mean? That's my word. He just need that property to get himself started. You know what I mean? Like if there's any way, like we could put something together and let's get him that property, man. You know what I mean? I know you a businessman. I know how it is, bro. I ain't trying to mess with your bread. I ain't trying to, I'll be able to open that door for him because of the relationship I got with the other dude. He ain't need no money. He ain't need no money to get in. By the pure fact I know this dude, my word get him in. But see now, sometimes, and I'm sure a lot of you are saying this in your mind because you did this already. A lot of you got people jobs where you work by putting in a good word for them because you knew the supervisor or the CEO or the boss, the manager, and you put in a good word for somebody to get a job. And when they got the job, they end up making you look bad. You got them the job, they end up making you look bad. How many of you been there? Put a 1. You hook somebody else up, they got the job. You went to the people at the top and was like, yo, my man's in them, it's official. Or this sister, oh, she's mad cool. She got good working history. She's a team player. She's very respectful. And they got the job. And once they got the job, they effed up. They got fired. And it made you look bad. How many of you been there? So, yes, the relationships are very important. But it comes with responsibility, which means, yeah, I got relationships with different people. I'm able to help people to get them in different places. But if the people I'm bringing in is not official and I give them a stamp of approval, and then they end up messing up. What is that going to say about me? It's going to make me look bad. And this is why rolling solo is very important. This is why rolling solo is very important, because a lot of times we give people stamps of approval, we hook people up, we do different things, and before you know it, they end up messing up, they end up getting fired, and now the people who hired them is looking at us like our word is not good no more. So it's like we can't even come to them and say, yo, I got another person that's good for the job. It don't even look good no more, you know? So it's like, man, what do I do in a situation like that? You gotta roll solo. You know what I mean? You gotta roll solo, man. That's just the way it is, man. You gotta roll solo and not be so quick to open those doors, you know? Not be so quick to open those doors. You could give people the benefit of the doubt, man, but at the end of the day, I feel that a person who's official, you're gonna know because of how they move. You're gonna know by their character. You're gonna know how they roll. If you're a true person and I hit you up, I'm like, yo, I need a favor. If you can't do that favor from the heart, you're not official. Hello? If I hit you up for help and you can't help from the heart, you're not official. There's no way you could be. Because, again, when you're dealing with people, man, and see, this is why it's frustrating for me, because I'm the kind of person that if I'm cool with somebody and they needed help in any capacity, I'm there. I'm not looking for anything. I'm not trying to get paid. I don't want no gift. I'm not looking for nothing. I'm there because you need me. That's it. That's how I am. I don't know how everybody else move, but I'm the kind of person that if I know you and we cool, and you're like, yo, bro, I need help, I'm coming through. I feel honored to come through to help you. I'm not looking for nothing. Because if I'm looking for something in return, I'm not really your friend. I'm not really there for you. I'm motivated by money. I'm motivated by money. I'm not motivated by love. I'm not motivated by honor. I'm not motivated by good character. I'm motivated by money. And the love of money is the root of all evil. So if I'm motivated by money and I don't get things done my way, that is when problems begin. You know? That is when problems begin. Yeah, it's greed and selfishness. Yeah. It's one of those things that, listen, man, when I tell you folks, man, no cap, bro, I'm the type of person that will help people. I don't care, man. I'm not looking for nothing. I'm not. Because I look at it like me helping you from the heart is my pleasure to help you. If I know you and you in trouble or whatever the case is, I'm going to help you and support you if I got it. That's just how I am. I'm like that. But that doesn't mean everybody else is like that or be like that towards me. So rolling solo is so important, man, because of situations like that. You know? And there's a lot of people like that, bro. You can't ask them for favor, because if you do, They want something in return. That's great. Imagine asking your mother for a favor and she wants something in return. Imagine asking your dad for something and he wants something in return. That's crazy. When you have real people that are in your corner, it's never about money. It's never about what I can get. It's about me helping you, you helping me. One hand washes the other. And this is why rolling solo will keep you away from all that type of drama, because a lot of you experience this type of drama. A lot of you experience people that you try to call them up for help and they be expecting money. They expect something in return, and sometimes you give them the money. Sometimes you try to come out of pocket, and then you got to think, you got to ask yourself, wait a minute, are we friends or like what is this? Are we family? I mean, some of you call your own family to help you, and they damn near want you to pay them. Now, listen, I don't got nothing wrong with you hiring somebody for a job, but if you got family members and you reach out to them for help, and they're looking at you like, yo, you gotta pay me. What? I thought we blood. Nah, you gotta pay me for this. So hold up, you're not trying to help me out of love. Nah, I want some money. Oh, so you're motivated by money. Oh, so you don't really rock with me though. So if I don't got the money, that means you're not gonna help me. That's exactly what it is. If you don't got the money, they not gonna help you. How many of you been in situations like that? Antoinette says, been there. See what I'm saying? A lot of people been there, man. And it's crazy because you reach out to people for help and it's like you got to pay them to help you. And then they'll turn around and throw in your face, well, I helped you. If it wasn't for me, you would have never did this. I'm like, really? Wow. So now if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be able to do what I'm doing? No, I would have been able to do what I'm going to do regardless. I would be able to do whatever it is that I got to do regardless. You know? Regardless. And it's crazy, man. Absolutely crazy. And shout out to the brothers that are in North Carolina, fam. The young brothers that are out here working, man. That's a good look, bro. Now, I seen some things and because I had ordered a dryer, a new dryer, and I had went to Home Depot this morning and got a hand truck so I can bring the washer up to the laundry room, and that washer weighs a ton, bro. Man, you can't do it by yourself, man. You have to have somebody at the bottom of the steps that when you lift, they're underneath to lift as well. The dryer is lighter than the washer, so it was easier with the dryer. But the washing machine, them LG front load washing machines, is heavy as heck, man. Heavy, man. You better have somebody to spot you, or it's going to crash down and go through the window or something. But the man who delivered the dryer today, there's some contractors, but these are young brothers. Young brothers. These brothers, they gotta be in their early 20s. Early, I'm talking about early 20s. No more than 20 to 22 years old. They driving a big truck, they're delivering stuff, and I'm like, wow, I never seen that before in New York. I never seen that before in New York. It seemed like the young brothers in North Carolina get into the bag, and they're not playing. So shout out to the young brothers in North Carolina that are putting in work on a 9 to 5 because I never seen that before. In NYC, a lot of the young knuckleheads that are 2021, they not even working. They're not doing nothing. No ambition, no job, in the hood just hanging around drinking and smoking. That's all they do. I saw these dudes delivering. I'm like, and no disrespect to them because they are grown men, but I was looking at them like kids. Literally, again, no disrespect to you young brothers that were doing the delivery, but I got much respect for these young cats. When I saw them come in, I'm looking at these dudes, I'm like, y'all driving this truck? They lift up the dry. I'm like, oh, what? Yo, I don't know, man. I'm not accustomed to that because, like I said, in NYC, a lot of the young cats, they not working. They on the corners. They in the hood. They in the projects, and all they doing is drinking and smoking. That's all they do. You know. So to see these young cats working and doing a thing, I was like, oh snap, yo, that's a good look, man. Let me see. Ask for them. Dun, dun, dun. Yeah, NYC is I don't know. There's nothing out there, bro. Like I said. Let me see, Ringo. They like to use the word pride as well when asking for help, family or whoever for help when you tell them about themselves, I guess. Yeah. Nah, I was very proud to see those young brothers uh working, man. Like when I saw them, I was proud, fam. I was looking at them like, you know what I'm saying? And like one of the young brothers, he was like, where you want us to put the dryer? And I said, just drop it right there in the front, right there. Like when you walk in the house, just leave it right there. Because I didn't pay for the extra service of them lifting it up, taking it upstairs, installation. I didn't pay for that stuff. 'Cause I could do that myself. And when I said that, he was like, yo, thanks for letting us know because a lot of people, because they're contractors, they're not from the Home Depot. Home Depot contract them to do deliveries. A lot of times people will abuse their time by telling them, oh, bring it upstairs. You get what I'm saying? So when I said that, he was like, I appreciate you for not lying and making up stories that like we gotta bring it upstairs. I was like, nah, y'all don't gotta do that. You know? That's why I could do that myself. But I was happy to see them. I was happy to see that they young working men. I was very, very impressed seeing that. You know? So shout out to all the young brothers in North Carolina that are about their business. They're not out here BSing. They're not on the corner. You know what I'm saying? They at their jobs. They doing what they got to do. Let me see. Yaim says, I'm a Texan, but have been in upstate New York for 3 years. Difference of night and day. Rudest people I've ever seen. This place just sucks. They need their ASS kicked by a few Texan rednecks. Definitely very rude in New York. A lot of people are like that. It is what it is. The thing is with New York, it's not necessarily that everybody in New York is like that. New York make you become like that because we're taught to not like each other. We're taught to not trust each other. We're taught to be on edge. But there's a good and a bad side about that. You know, there's good to that, meaning it'll teach you how to move in these streets to recognize people. The bad side about it is if you don't know how to balance it, it'll just make you not like want to be around people general. Like you won't trust nobody. Like you'll just be suspicious of everybody. Again, I got to keep making myself clear. There's a good side to it and a bad side to it. You need to have that balance. It needs to be balanced, meaning when you get around people, you shouldn't trust them just like that. You shouldn't. But at the same time, you got to know how to, don't build a wall where people can't come in. You got to know how to balance it out. The problem is in New York, people are very aggressive, rude, cutthroat, and not saying everybody is the same. You got some folks out there that are hospitable, they're friendly, kind, all of that type of stuff. But for the most part, you're gonna get a lot of attitude. I even ran into an elderly lady at Lowe's today. We went to Lowe's as well, and she said she was in New York for 4 years. She said she's never going back. It's an elderly woman. She's way up there in her age, probably damn near 70 something, 80 years old, working. That's crazy. You got a woman who's 70 something, 80 years old working in Walmart, and you young brothers in NYC sitting on the corner. I don't get that, bro. I don't get that, man. That pisses me off. It pisses me off to see an elderly woman, 70, 80 years old, working in not Walmart, Lowe's, and she's at the cashier, but yet you have young brothers smoking and drinking and BSing all day. I don't get that. Yaim says, my family of origin are all rude New Yorkers. They ruin our relationship. I checked myself. It wasn't my fault. If it was, I would have corrected myself. I'm accountable for my words and actions. See, that's the thing. You're accountable for your words and actions, but other people aren't. And what that does, it frustrates you because it's like you're the kind of person that would check yourself if you know you're out of pocket. But when other people refuse to check themselves, it just makes you not want to deal with nobody. That's why rolling solo is very important, because it protects you from all these other spirits that people got. The good people in New York are the ones who don't want to be like New York. Yeah, that's why I had to leave. New Yorkers live on the edge of the Empire State Building. They're definitely on the edge. Yup, I live in Brooklyn my whole life, but I moved a long time ago. I'm from the South. We're friendly people. That's why I had to get out of New York. In New York, it's the usual Black and Hispanic in corners from Brooklyn to Harlem and Dykeman to South Bronx. Hypocrites tend to ruin everything. B-Dub says, facts, Ringo. NYC is an incredible place, but you got to move correct. I doubt it. NYC is only a place to do business. Hear me. NYC is only a place to do business. It's not a place to raise family. NYC is a place where you go to negotiate contracts dealing with business, corporations, agencies, television, music, record labels, anything related to economics and business. That's New York. New York is not a place to raise a family. I said, New York is not a place to raise a family. It's not a place for that. You can get property in New York, but you got to have a lot of money because it's very expensive. Even in the ghettos, the hoods in New York, it's expensive. Even in the hood, it's expensive. That's what's so crazy about New York. It's not a place for family. It's a place that is full of crime, gangs, people robbing and stealing. A whole bunch of junk is going on. And don't let people fool you into thinking that New York is like this great, great place. Because when people come to New York, the first thing they do is they go to Times Square. Times Square is not New York. Times Square is not New York. Times Square should be called Vacuum. The money vacuum. That's Times Square. Times Square is a place where people go to get all their money taken. It's a place where all the vendors, all the shops, all of the businesses make all their money off of tourism. That's why when they have those tour buses, they don't tour New York. They tour all of the nice places to deceive you into thinking this is how New York is. No, it's not. You know, if you come to New York from some other state, for you, it might be exciting. But if you actually live in New York, it ain't gonna be so exciting. You're gonna learn that real quick because everything in New York is moving too fast. See, out here, it's slowed down. It slows down, but that doesn't mean everybody is cool. Because remember, new level, new devil. So I still got to keep my eyes open. You know? Let me see. Where should we go as tourists? I don't really care where you go, to be honest. I'm not interested in that. I'm not interested in tourism. Like I said, New York is a money vacuum. It's a place for business. It's a place where people go to spend their money. If you come from another state to visit New York, right? This is what I would say, because I don't want to just crap on New York like whatever. I'm giving you my perspective as somebody who lived there. If you come to New York, and I'm answering the person that says something regarding tourism, or as if you're a tourist, right? I don't want to just shut you down as if though, you know, and discourage you. In New York, if you were to come to New York right now, right? The places that you want to go to is places like Central Park. You know, go to Central Park, take a nice walk. You can go on those carriages with the horses and they can literally ride you around. It's relaxing. You know, you could do stuff like that. You can visit like museums, stuff like that. You could go shopping. There's a lot of opportunities to shop. That's why I said you have to have money. You know what I mean? There's a lot of places you can go to shop. I recommend finding the spots that have good pizza. If you're someone who's into eating pizza, you have a lot of great restaurants that can pretty much cook a lot of good food. There's a lot of Caribbean restaurants all over Brooklyn. You know what I mean? Some of the best Jamaican restaurants, Trinidadian restaurants, Guyanese food. There's a lot of restaurants you can pretty much hit up to get a taste of the New York side that is good. So I'm not trying to crap on New York like it's just trash. I'm speaking of the living, the politics of living in New York. It's not a place to raise a family. That is a fact. Nobody could tell me that it is. It's not a place to raise children. It's not. Your children will be corrupt. You know? Your children will be corrupt in New York because there's no way for them to roll solo. They're going to be influenced by other ungodly, unholy alliances that are in these school systems. The school systems in New York is trash. I repeat, the school systems in New York is trash. That's right. So if you are wanting your young kids in these schools, be prepared because they're going to have a lot of bad influences and they're going to come home acting like somebody else's kid. You know what I mean? So again, you visited New York, obviously you're going to go to Times Square. Listen, Times Square is just a place to shop. Just a place to shop, take photos, take videos, to say, hey, I was in New York. I mean, to visit New York and not go to Times Square would be a bad thing. You're going to go to Times Square. The thing is, it's just overcrowded. It's too many people. It's too congested. And it's a money machine. Everybody's coming there to spend their money. But Times Square is not New York. You can go out into Harlem. You can go out into Brooklyn. You can go to Queens. There's different places that have certain spots that you could check out. You know what I mean? You got to literally, when you come to New York, you got to have a game plan. You got to get a, like a, you got to get and there's a lot of restaurants in Harlem, a lot of good restaurants, good food. Um, and let me not forget the vendors that are on the streets. You got a lot of brothers that be on the streets, a lot of Jamaican brothers. They have jerk chicken, fish, a lot of good food, man. Those are the spots. If you visit New York, you got to hit up certain spots where you got the vendors, man. They be out on the streets barbecuing some nice chicken. They just, man, they doing their thing, man. That's the real New York. That's the real side of New York. So if you visit New York, whether you Caucasian man, Asian man, whatever, you got to hit up those spots. You got to have a car, rent a car, so that you could drive around to these different locations. Because I guarantee you, if you pull up to a Caribbean brother, a Caribbean spot, 99.9% of the times, the food is going to be immaculate all the time. They cook the best food. You know what I mean? The best food. There's this, man, matter of fact, the other day, there was a funeral that my wife had pretty much attended, and they had went and they got some food from a spot. And man, yo, this food was slamming, bro. Slamming, man. Oh my goodness, bro. It's a dude. He pretty much got his people there. They cooking some of the best food you ever will get, you know? So it's like, that's just it. So if you're coming to New York to visit and you want to have a good time, there's certain places to go to get stuff. Do I recommend you come to New York to live? No. I don't recommend you come to New York to live. If you come to New York to shop, to eat some good food, to go visit certain places, have certain experiences, then that's cool. But if you come to New York to live, then no. And if you do, you're going to be spending a heck of a lot of money. So you better have money. And the only places that you're going to find that is decent in New York to live are these high-rise buildings that they are erecting all over Brooklyn. Brooklyn is literally turning into Manhattan. Put a 1 in the chat if you in Brooklyn right now and you notice that Brooklyn is turning into a mini Manhattan. Because it is. Brooklyn is literally turning into a mini Manhattan right now. They are building these large skyscraper buildings all over Brooklyn right now. And it's getting wild now. They're all over the place. They're literally all over the place. And they're very expensive to live in there. Very expensive. You got a lot of college students that live in these buildings. A lot of actresses, music people, musicians, people that travel. You have some people that live out of state. They live in another state, but they got an apartment in New York in one of these complexes that anytime they come to New York, they got a place to crash, you know? Yeah, so getting back to the topic, fam. In 2024, man, the best thing to do is roll solo to protect your peace, to protect who you are as an individual, because people can really drain you, man. Let me see. Who did you expect says sold my spot in Brooklyn and moved to the South. That's what's up, man. Doing similar stuff in Cleveland, renovating and modernizing old houses. And they are very expensive now near downtown. Yo, what I'm doing right now with this house over here, I'm battling the bugs right now, fam. I'm battling the bugs outside, man. Because you know, like how when you have a house, uh, people be thinking that, you know, when you have a house, you just mow the lawn and everything is nice and the green lawn and all. No, no, you got to battle the bugs. You got to battle the creatures. I saw a frog, bro. I kid you not, man. I saw a frog near the house, man. You got to battle the bugs, man. So that's what I'm working with right now. Like, yeah, all the critters, all the different creatures. There's a lot of life that are living around your house right now that you may not know about. I don't recommend people rolling around on the lawn. You know how kids like to do that type of stuff? Don't do that. First of all, you got to get rid of the bugs first. You got to get that under control because they're there. Trust and believe it. So I'm taking care of that right now, and I'm having fun with that. I'm gonna go to Home Depot at about 6 in the morning and go get some, stuff that for pest control and various other stuff. We don't have nothing in the house. There's no pests in the house. But the whole point is you want to keep them out the house and away from the house. I was actually looking on YouTube for some hacks. And I don't know if any of you tried any of that type of stuff, but I saw this hack where people said get Irish Spring. You know, like Irish Spring soap. They were saying get Irish Spring soap, take a grater it out. You know what I'm saying? And let's say in your garage, like the corner areas, sprinkle that by the corner areas in the garage around like the perimeter area or whatever. What that does, it keeps away a lot of bugs, a lot of creatures from trying to come in. They won't be able to come in because it's like they smell that soap and it just repels them. I don't know if anybody have tried that or if it's cap, I don't know. But there's a lot of people on YouTube saying that that keeps away mosquitoes. It keeps away all sorts of critters away from your house, man. So it is what it is. I'm gonna try that as well. I'm gonna go to Walmart and pick up three 20 packs of Irish Spring. And I'm gonna apply all of these things. I watch all these videos because I'm not dumb. I'm trying to keep all of that at a minimum. I'm trying to get rid of these damn spiders outside, man. I don't know what the hell they call these spiders. What is it? It's a name for them, these spiders. But at the same time, even though the spiders are outside, am I interfering with the life cycle? I want to know. Because if you think about it, there's a lot of spiders that are around people's houses at the base. Am I interrupting the life cycle? Because, yeah, they're spiders, they're pests, but aren't they killing other insects from getting into your house? Because it's a life cycle. If you think about it, each insect are predators and some insects are the prey. So the spiders are technically killing off insects that normally would be a pest and a nuisance in your house if they ever got in. And if you think about it, those spiders are at the base and the perimeter of the entire house, literally as if though they're guarding the house. So maybe those spiders are my friends. I'm just saying now, I know some of y'all might be like, friends? Nah, all of them bugs are enemies. I get it. But each insect has a purpose. These are things we should have learned in school, but for the most part, we look at all insects as problems. Certain insects are your friends. I'm telling you right now, certain bugs are your friends. They're not your enemies. They don't bother you. They stay out the way. They're just trying to get some food, bro. That's all they trying to do, man. They just trying to get some food, man. You know? I don't want to see no snakes, bro. I don't want to see no snakes, no rats, none of that mess, man. There's some damn frog or I don't know what the hell it is outside, bro. He came from under the ground, bro. He was in the ground. I'm hosing down the place, wetting the whole place up. He came out the ground. I'm like, whoa, what in the world's going on here? you know? So the way I'm looking at it as the spiders might be the friends. So I don't know. I'm gonna look it up. I'm gonna find out. I'm gonna look at a couple of YouTube videos, see what the people are saying. You know what I mean? Shout out to all those guys that are on YouTube. You know, you have a lot of channels that specialize in this type of stuff. I watch a lot of channels where you have a lot of guys that this is what they do. You see them outside their house. They call the one guy. I think I'm not sure if he's called the bug doctor or the lawn expert. And all you see him grabbing insects and whatnot with his hand. He's like, see guys, these little critters right here. The way you get rid of these guys is you got to put down this pesticide right here. It won't affect the lawn. Just make sure you don't have your children playing on the lawn. And he picking up all sorts of bugs with his hand, and I'm rolling. I'm like, dag, man, I'm not picking that mess up. He crazy, you know? Yeah, I cannot stand flies. Flies, I hate. Mosquitoes, I hate. I don't like none of those bugs. You know what I mean? You said all frogs are your friends. He says some spiders, but all frogs are your friends. Okay. I hosed down that frog though when I saw him. I was like, listen, you gotta go, bro. But then he just chilling right there. So I said, you know what? Let me leave him alone. You know what I mean? I didn't give him a name yet. I might call him Kermit. I don't know. If he's still out there, you know, it is what it is. I'm pretty sure he's there. Matter of fact, the frog is there to eat some of those insects. If you really think about it, that's why he's living there. So everybody trying to eat at the end of the day. So I don't want to mess up what they got going. I just don't, for me personally, this is what I don't want. I don't want no mosquitoes. I don't want no ants. I don't want no flies, no rats. There's no rats. There's no rats around here. There's no roaches around here. I just don't want to see those three: flies, mosquitoes, and I said something else: flies, mosquitoes, and ants. I don't want them things around. You know what I'm saying? I don't like none of them things. You said the frog probably loved the shower. Probably because he was just sitting there. He was just sitting there watching. I'm hosing him down. Shh. He was just there like this. He didn't even move. Then he kind of jumped to the side. I saw him do that ribbit type thing and jump. I'm like, this is a damn frog living by the house, bro. Had to tell my daughter, keep the door closed. Next minute he get inside the house, he running around. Nah, man, I can't deal with that, bro. You know? And there's other critters I don't want because I saw some creepy crawlers outside. I'm like, listen, I don't want that mess around. Then you got these weird, I don't know what the hell they are. Bees. I don't know if they're bees or some sort of weird type. I don't know what kind of bug it is, man. But they flying around by the grass area and the trees. And I'm like, listen, man. I hosed down the bushes and stuff. Next minute they all flew out. I'm like, what the hell is all of this? Listen, it's a whole damn life outside them doors, man. You know? Oh, I don't want no hornets around here, man. Nah, man. No way. I do not want none of that mess. I don't even know if that's what those bugs are, to be honest. I hope that's not no damn hornet's nest or a bunch of hornets, bugs. I don't want them things around. I gotta ask questions, man. Somebody said, bonjour de France, Paris. So we have somebody from Paris. Okay, salute to you. Water will bring the bugs out. Now, because what I did is I put down some, what the hell it is, man. I put down some pesticide or some sort of thing. I put down, let me see, could I bring this thing? Hold on a second. Let me see if I could go get this thing. Hold on right there. I'll be right back. Let's see if I can find this thing. Oh man, let me see. because I remember I have all my stuff. It's all over the place. So I'm still packing. I'm not packing, but unpacking. This is what I got here. This thing here. I had put this stuff down. I don't know. You know, I had bought that. And I put that. What I did is I put that stuff around the perimeter of the entire house. Like I put that down around the perimeter, like all over. I didn't want to put it all over the lawn just yet, because whatchamacallit, why I didn't want to put it down today. I didn't want to put it down today because I thought we were going to have a barbecue, and I didn't want the girls running up and down on it and then tracking that back into the house, or even potentially playing where that is put down, because you gotta put that down, then you gotta water it, then it gotta dry. So I didn't want no activity on the lawn before putting that down. But I did put it down around the perimeter base of the entire house. I put it around there. There's another one that I want to get, right? I forgot the name of it, but if your grass, right, is brown on the top, it's because you have a particular type of worm under the soil that's eating the roots. It's a certain name for it. I'm pretty sure one of you experts know what name it is called. I'm not sure if it's scrubs or I'm not sure what it is, but it's a certain insect that is under the dirt. And what it does, it eats the roots of the lawn and it kills it. Grubs, there you go. Grubs, that's it. Italian mamba. Got it. Well, there's a product that you buy that's specifically for that. I'm gonna order that from Lowe's. Lowe's have it, but I'm gonna order. They didn't have it in stock when I went there, but I'm gonna order that. And what that does, it kills those particular grubs under the dirt. But there's a way to do it, because a couple of experts on YouTube was like, it's not just about you pouring that on your lawn. It got to get into the ground so it could reach them. So it's going to take some rain to really push that further deeper into the ground for it to be effective. You know, so if you have lawn trouble where some of your lawn is green and the rest of it is like brownish, like it's because it's dead. So to cure that, you have to kill those damn bugs under. So that's what I'm gonna do as well, because I want the lawn to look like a golf course. You know, that's what I want. It's interesting how those bugs under the ground is called grub, and they're eating your lawn as grub. Yo, the name fits, man. They're literally sitting underground eating your lawn, bro. You have to understand, everything that's on your lawn is destroying your lawn. All those insects, all those ants, all those bugs. So while you're trying to take care of your lawn, you got all these insects killing it. It's just like a crop. It's just like if you're growing vegetables and food, you got to keep away all of these critters, because they'll destroy the crop, you know? Yeah, like I said, fam, when you do these kind of lives, you're going to have trolls in there, and they're just going to be going crazy. You know what I mean? As long as the moderators are around, they'll take care of that. I'm just focusing on speaking on the topic. You know, I hope the video is not, you know, what's that word? Like blurry and have sort of glitches and whatnot, because I have it on the Wi-Fi of the house. So, but yeah, getting back to the topic, fam. Rolling solo in 2024 is the way to go. A lot of you out there are experiencing this right now where you're around too many people, and it's like the more people you get around, it's like the more drama come through, and you could save yourself a lot of trouble if you just stick to things by yourself. There's nothing wrong with that. You're not a bad person if you do. It's just that you have to protect your peace. You have to do that. You have to protect your peace. Okay. Somebody said they got the skeleton of a frog that died in their house, their garage. That's crazy. Speaking of garage, right after this, I gotta go prepare all the trash, bro. They pick up trash in the morning. I gotta get all of that stuff situated. It ain't like in New York where you got trash and you just take your trash and just throw it outside. Out here, they have a specific day that they come get the trash. See, this literally tells you that this is Ringo's first time living in a house. Because in New York, if you live in an apartment complex and they throw out trash, you just throw out trash whenever you got to throw it out. You don't care. But out here, you got to be responsible with your trash. And you can't just keep your garbage outside. Can't do that. You could keep your trash behind your house in the can or in the garage area. But you cannot keep it outside where it's just sitting there because, again, that creates bugs. It creates a place where insects can find a source of food, and so on and so forth. So it's actually a good practice. It actually keeps the community clean. I get it. But I got to go take care of that. So I have everything ready for the trash man to pretty much pick that up, Because if I miss it, then I'm stuck with it till another Tuesday. Dun, 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 dun. Somebody said, how do you feel about KB calling whoever? I don't even know who you're talking about. This is why rolling solo is very important, because I don't know what you're talking about. I'm already busy doing what I got to do. I don't know who you're talking about. I keep telling people, look, ladies and gentlemen, if you got information, right, about something that you would like me to make a topic on, talk about, send me the information via Instagram. Is it so hard to do that? Send me the information on Instagram. That way I can know what you're talking about, because I'm not watching all these people. I don't even know who you're talking about. I don't know. If I did, I would speak on it, but there's a lot of topics I haven't spoken on yet. How many hours drive from New York? It's actually a 10-hour drive. You could say it's between 9 to 12 hours, because it all depends on what time you leave and if you gotten any sleep. If you didn't get no sleep and you try to drive, it's gonna be a struggle, because you're gonna have to go to the rest stop probably at least 2 to 3 times. Then you got to factor in, you got to use the bathroom. That's going to be about 2 to 3 times. You got to stop to get some food, so you're going to be spending some bread. You got to stop to get gas, probably about 2 times. Depending on the situation, you might have to get gas twice, depending on how much gas you have in your car or whatever the case is. But that's the time you're going to have to look at. I recommend, if you're going to do a road trip from New York to North Carolina or anywhere, the best actions is to get a full sleep, And then when you get up, that is when you leave and go drive. But don't get up in the morning, do what you normally do in a day, and you've been up for 15 hours, and then you pack your bags and drive. Bad idea. Bad idea. You're going to experience what I call, well, actually, what my wife call sleep steam. Original talking point from my wife, sleep steam. I actually made a video about that when we were coming down. Sleep steam is when you got no sleep, but you're driving. You're driving and you start to man, it's crazy, man. Yo, get up. What, you sleeping? You don't want that. You don't want to be at the wheel and you falling asleep. You don't want that. That's called sleep steam. So if you're on a road trip with anybody and you know they didn't get no sleep, it's the equivalent of someone drinking and driving. You got to tell them to stop. Now, you know what's amazing about the SUV that I bought? It literally will tell you, the SUV will tell you, no cap. I don't know, maybe you have a car that does that. The SUV will tell you, I think you should go rest. The SUV will tell you, go get a cup of coffee. I'm going to, listen, next time we take a trip back to New York, I'm going to record some stuff and see so I can show you. It literally will tell you, go get a cup of coffee, and it'll tell you to rest now. The SUV told us. It said, go rest now. It said, shut it down. Get off the road. Because it could tell by the way you're driving that you're not up. You're asleep. You know? Which SUV does that? 2024 Ford Explorer ST. Tells you that. In the 2024 Ford Explorer ST, it literally will tell you, get rest. Get off the road. No cap. Look it up. I promise you. It literally will alert you. It will alert you and tell you to pull over and get some rest. And that's what we did. We looked for the nearest rest stop. If there was no rest stops around, if it said like a gas station or fast food place, we'll get off right there, go into the parking area in the fast food joint and just park up and just, take an hour, get a little shut eye real quick, and then hit back to the road. I like that truck, man. I really do. It has a lot of features in there that I'm now still discovering. A lot of cool features that really keep you safe. I'm still trying to learn how to control the air system, because they have all of this. You can control the air from the back, the passengers. It's like it's so many different controls. I'm still trying to figure that stuff out. Yeah, technology is wild. I couldn't believe it when the car said, it literally put up a warning and told us to literally pull over and get a rest, take a break. The truck is pretty much filled with everything, man. I don't know, where did I put that paper? because I could have went through all the different options. You know how when you get a car, they give you like a little thing in like a plastic, and it tells you everything about the car. It tells you all of the options, everything that you paid for. I pretty much put everything in there. It's literally their advanced model. It's their advanced model. So if you think about a Ford Explorer ST, think about their advanced model, the top of the line, top. That's the model we got. The drive to North Carolina is more than 8 hours. It's about, I would just say 10 hours. About nine to 11 hours, depending on your situation. If you got to stop to take breaks, stop to rest, if you got to get food, use the bathroom, it's going to take a little longer. So between 9 to 11 hours is the trip by car. You know? Okay. So let's see what we got. Yeah, New York is overcrowded. Definitely overcrowded. The only thing that I'm going to do to that truck is I'm going to change a few things on it. There's a few things that I'm going to change on it to turn it into a race car. It's already a beast, but the Explorer ST can be upgraded and enhanced, and it could be tuned. Literally, it could be fast as heck, man. You could gain way more horsepower. It's already 400 horsepower, but you could gain way more. There's a lot of people with 2021 Explorer STs, and it's a damn race car. There's a guy on YouTube that have a 2021 Explorer ST, and it's a beast. It's a beast. His truck is crazy. Thing goes 0 to 60 in like 3 seconds, something like that. It's crazy. It's a race car. I like it. It sold itself when we got on the lot, because he was selling us 2 different models, and he's like, drive this one. Then he said, drive that one. And it was a wrap. Did that 24-hour ride to Florida one time. Yeah, Ringo, every car can be modified more than others. Yeah, I didn't even know. Listen, I didn't even know that the Explorer ST could be modified like that. I didn't know. We were buying a vehicle when we got down here. I didn't know what to buy. And I remember we pulled up by the light, and I saw the truck. Somebody had a blue one, and they pulled up. And as soon as I looked at it, I was like, that's what I want. I want that. It was sold. I saw it. Somebody pulled up. All I saw was ST Explorer. And that's it. That's all I needed to know. And when I went to the dealership, I was looking for that particular color, but they didn't have that color. So I got the white one. The white one was the best thing I thought of at the moment, is the white one. The white one looks very luxurious. It looks like a luxury vehicle, and it just looks like a beast when you standing next to it, especially when it's fully washed and cleaned up. It looks really, really nice. You know? I don't like that Cybertruck. I don't like that. That's trash. In my opinion, it's a gimmick. It's a gimmick. And I even heard of a recall on those as well. So I wouldn't trust that. I don't like the way it looked. There's nothing about it that to me is cool. It looks like garbage. Like, it's a gimmick. Who makes that? Tesla, right? That's a Tesla truck, right? I don't like it. You talking about that Cybertruck, that Tesla thing? I don't like that. I don't like that. It's a gimmick because everybody just going to be buying it because they want to look cool. They're not buying it because they're thinking about family, um, different things that go into play. I mean, okay, you got a cybertruck, right? Okay, you're going to Home Depot. You want to carry some stuff on top of the truck. Could you do that? Um, where's all the space? It's a lot of problems. I seen one in Brooklyn. I seen a guy in Brooklyn driving around a Cybertruck. I was like, nah. Said each rim on that truck was 900. Yeah, they could keep that truck. Yeah, once the rappers start to buy the truck, it's trash. It's just like back in the day, maybe some of you were young, you probably don't even know this, but back in the day, put a one in the chat if you remember the MPV. Let's see who's who in the building. How many of you remember the minivan MPV? How many of y'all remember that? Okay, we got a few people. All right. That was a dope. You could hook that up. You could put rims, you could put a sound system. That was the thing back in the day. A lot of people got hip to the MPV. I mean, even was it Raekwon? Was it Raekwon the chef? I think he mentioned it in one of the rap songs. There was a thing back in the day where people like that car. I mean, that minivan. You know, it was a dope van back in the day. Everybody was getting them. You could put on your rims. You could put a banging sound system. You can deck out the interior. You can get a nice paint job. You put the little lights on it, man. It was dope. You know what I mean? So in today's day, this cyber truck, they're trying to turn that into that now. The Cybertruck is trash. I don't like it. I'm not impressed. It don't look good. It's ugly. I don't see what people like about it, man. It just doesn't even look like something that's decent. I'm just being honest, man. You know, if you got money to spend and you want to have like new toys on your lot, then go on and get it. To each his own, right? But to have as a vehicle that you want to keep, nah. I ain't doing that. Um, said with Uber, I really don't need a car. Well, hey, it is what it is. That's how it is in New York. You probably in New York because in New York you really don't even need a car. To be honest, if you live in New York, depending on which part of New York, but if you like in the typical Brooklyn here there, you don't need no car. You really don't. Public transportation, e-bikes, Uber. I mean, there's so many different ways to get around. You don't need to be wasting money on a car. Being that I'm down here, that is when I decided to go get a car. People always kept bugging me. Why you don't have a car? Why you don't have a car? You don't have a car? I remember when women used to say this. You don't got a car? You can't talk to me. You don't got a car. What? You don't got a car. Because I lived in Brooklyn. Can't talk to her because I don't have a car. Now I got a car. Ringo, could I talk to you now? No, you can't. Where's my laughter tracks when I need it? There's a lot of people in New York, they could buy a car if they want. They just don't have no need for it. You're going to be struggling with parking. Parking is a pain. The whole time I had the new SUV, you thought I parked it on the street? No. I paid for a service at a parking area uh, to keep the vehicle. Similar to like Grand Theft Auto, how you would have it in a parking lot. That's how I did it. Paid for a service monthly. And probably you might say it's expensive, but I think it was 500. I think it was 500 a month. 500 a month for the parking service. It depends where you go, but I just didn't want to deal with. I didn't want to deal with the constant getting up. You have to move it. Parking rules are in effect. I can't deal with that. It's a big SUV truck, so it's like, where you parking that? And you got to deal with haters, people doing dumb stuff. I don't want to deal with none of that stuff. See, out here, I could leave it right there. Nobody ain't trouble in that. Nobody ain't trouble in that. So it's like, just leave it alone. But then again, I really can't even say nobody ain't trouble in that because I don't know yet. Like I said, you can't really trust anybody. I'm not going to put all my faith into everybody in this community as if though everybody's on point because I don't know everybody. Right? Let me see something real quick. Just did something real quick. Turn on a light. Turn on a light outside. I thought I heard something. Yeah. So what about you getting a cat? I want to get a cat, but in order to get a cat, you got to get insurance. You got to get all sorts of stuff, especially if you have a dog. I ain't getting no separate insurance for all of that mess. Most spiders don't bite humans. Back in the day, cars that was dope was the Cressida, Maxima. I think it was the Q45, Infinity. What other car? The Mustang. Remember, I had a dude that he had a dope Mustang. His parents got him because he finished college early. And they bought him a Mustang. Dope Mustang. You know what I mean? Those are like the cars. A lot of Jamaicans and Trinidadians had those type of cars. I mean, if you own a Cressida even till today, man, you have a piece of history right there, man. That's a classic. That's a classic car right there, man. Very, very classic. You know what I mean? Maxima. You know what I mean? Everybody had them. Everybody had those cars, man. Yeah, trust is earned, not given. So anyway, guys, I'm going to shut it down. I got a lot of work that I got to do and whatnot. Hopefully tomorrow I can have a barbecue. I might film that. Might do a video while doing that. Depends, because I got to go to Home Depot at 6. I'm going to be working on the new studio. We're going to be building it back up. I know I haven't put out no content. I got to get back to the content. I'm going to try to unpack a lot of these things that I have to clear the garage out because it's packed and it's a lot of stuff that I got to sort out. So I'm going to try to get to work doing that right now. I just want to come give you some content on rolling solo. And we're going to have another video talk about this because these kind of videos are good. It's good therapy to keep your mind at ease. So we're going to come back with a part 2. I might come back later on with another part 2 to this and speak on these particular issues, and so on and so forth. What do you think about Trump being a felon? I don't care about Trump. I don't care about politics. I don't care about none of these people. End of story. Next question. These type of topics, I'm not interested in them. When you're dealing with presidents and all that stuff, I don't care about none of that stuff. A lot of times people talk about those topics because they just want to build a crowd. They just want to have an audience. I don't care about none of these folks, bro. Like, seriously. This is what I mean about rolling solo. Those type of things are all distractions. It keeps you from focusing on your life and what you got to do. You know? Nobody is your friend, and fear is stronger than love. Remember that. Let me see. Dun, 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 dun. It's interesting how I'm doing a live and people worrying about my hair. Tell your girl, come retwist my hair. I don't care about that. See, when I come on camera as I am. You're worried about my hair? Dude, you must be into men or something, man. I don't see how dudes watching other men. Like, talking about who needs a retwist and who needs this. Tell your girl, come give me a retwist. Tell her, let me come sit between her legs so that I can have my back up against her box and she could retwist my hair. Tell her that so I can go pull up. Since you're so interested in my hair. It's crazy, man. I don't understand these dudes, man. They be watching men. I don't get it. See, when I come on camera, I don't come on camera trying to be sweet. I don't come on camera with makeup on and all this other mess. I don't care about none of that stuff because women are attracted to a masculine man. They're not attracted to all of that extra nonsense. Matter of fact, a woman can watch me and be like, hey, Ringo, I'll take care of your hair. Ringo, I'll do this. Ringo, I'll do that. And now she's doing it. I don't care about all that stuff. I'm here to take care of business. I got work to do around this house. I don't worry about stuff like that. A lot of these dudes that sit online worrying about other men hair and all that other stuff, like y'all suspect, bro. Like, seriously. I got to make sure that these kids are right. I got to make sure that the bills are paid. I got to make sure that things is done properly around this house. That's my job, bro. I don't care about nothing else. See, that's why rolling solo is so important, because if you get around these kind of people, this is the kind of energy they put off. They're worried about petty BS that makes no sense. You understand? You got too many people out there that's hating you. Too many enemies out there that don't want to see you shine. There's a lot of people out there that don't want to see you rock, don't want to see you eat. They don't want to see you have any sort of success. They don't. There's people that get up in the morning praying for your downfall. You think there's people that want to see me in this house right now? They don't want to see me here, fam. They don't. They're not happy for a brother, bro. They're not. They don't want to see me here, bro. They want me to suffer, man. They really do. They don't want to see my family doing good. And the same thing goes for you. There's a lot of people that don't want to see you make it. They want you to suffer. They're not happy for you. They're not. This is why you got to roll solo. You got to roll solo, man. That's just the way it is. So, you know, it's just like how I have this particular shirt on right here, right? It says Dad, right? Then it says, I don't know if you can see that. The toughest job you will ever love. See what I mean? Yo, Ringo, I need that shirt. You can get it at Walmart. You can get it at Walmart. I saw it at Walmart. I was like, yo, I got to get that. So if you want that shirt, they got it at Walmart. You know? Carla says, no, not to disrespect you. How is it disrespect? She says, you are a good looking man. Well, I appreciate that. That's not disrespect. I mean, it is what it is. You know, you're a woman. You know what I mean? I mean, when has it ever become disrespect for somebody to compliment somebody? Like, that's not disrespect. If I see a lady and she look good, how can I say, hey, miss, no disrespect, but you looking real good? You know, nah, that's not disrespect. Now, if she's married, that's a different story. You know what I mean? Because the way I see it, and this is just me personally, if a guy find a woman attractive, it's because he want to sleep with her. To me, that's just natural. If there's a woman that I find attractive, it's because that's on my mind. You know what I'm saying? So that's the way I see it. But there's nothing about disrespect. It is what it is. Something else to talk about, I guess. Monitoring spirits. Yeah, monitoring spirits are the worst. There's monitoring spirits around me right now. I'm not going to go into too much detail because, like I said, I keep tabs on what's going on. I peep game. I can see the spirits. I recognize who they are, who they're operating through, where the demonic influences are. I have a monitoring spirit that's right around where I'm at right now. A monitoring spirit, that's right. I know exactly who it is. And I think it's about 3. Let's see. It's interesting how these lives always have trolls that keep pulling up, bro. Like, what do you people get when you just keep trolling? I mean, I know this video is in the YouTube Shorts algorithm, but this is crazy, man. It really is. Somebody says, because you married, I practice polygyny. I'm not married. I have a wife. I'm not married. Women, see, we got to get things in natural order. Let me explain this to you folks out there. When a man practices polygyny, that means he can have more than one woman, more than one wife, more than one concubine, right? Women are married. What does it mean to be married? It means that you are taken. So a woman is married. A man is not. I have a wife. Yes. Married mean she is taken, which means she's off the market. If a man practices polygyny, he's not off the market. Do you understand that now? So there is no such thing as disrespect. Oh, if a woman is complimenting you, it's because you're married. That has nothing to do with anything. because I can talk to other women. Now, in your world where you live, you may think that's not what you're supposed to do. No. Again, you don't know me. Right? Hope that answered your question. Marriage is when a man take a wife. We're not talking about marriage. We're talking about married. When a person is married, that applies to a woman because a woman is taken. She is off limits now. So if a man have a wife, I shouldn't be looking at his wife with any sort of sexual desire. That would be disrespect. That's why in the Bible, the Messiah said, if a man look upon a woman to lust after her, he have committed adultery already in his heart. Why? Because the context is about a married woman. If you can recall, before the Messiah said that, the scribes in them was talking about marriage. They was talking about wives and husbands. And the Messiah made it clear that if a man is looking upon a woman to lust after her, meaning to have sexual relations, he's referring to a married woman. So under those circumstances, if a woman is married, it doesn't matter if she's attractive and I'm like, hey, sister, I know you're married and all, no disrespect, but you're a very beautiful woman. At that point, that woman is supposed to automatically know that I want to sleep with her. Right? Because I am disrespecting her. Because she's married. I'm not supposed to be telling her that she look attractive or anything because I know she's married. Me telling her that she's beautiful is seducing her. Do you understand? Because I wouldn't tell her that while her husband is standing there. You see that? I wouldn't tell her you're beautiful in front of her husband. So if I'm telling her that privately, that's me letting her know that I'm attracted to her. Right? So if you're a woman who is married and I pull up on the side and I know you're married, I know who your husband is, and I'm like, hey, Charlene, yeah, how you doing, Rengo? What's going on? I'm like, I just wanted to let you know, no disrespect or anything like that, because I know you're married, you know what I'm saying, got a beautiful family. But I just want to say, like, you're one beautiful lady, man. Like, I just thought you know that. I mean, you can't see what I just did. I'm literally telling her I want to sleep with her. Because why would I say that? I am disrespecting her because she's off the market. So if I'm telling her privately, that's me telling her, translation, Charlene, I would really love to sleep with you. I know you're married. I know you got your husband, but I would really like to sleep with you. That's exactly what I'm telling her by saying she's beautiful. So as a woman, when a man pull up on you and he's like, damn, you so fine, man, you looking real. He's telling you, I want to sleep with you. This is why, brothers, a lot of times women just ignore you when you hollering at them in the street because they already know what it is. You just want to sleep with them. That's it. You know? Somebody said, you're sitting on the steps. I mean, I don't know. These people crazy, bro. You are sitting on a step. Duh. I think you can see that. Where else should I be? It's 2:08 in the morning. I just moved to this place. What am I supposed to do? Go upstairs. Let's see. I'm upstairs. Let's go into the new studio room, right? This is the new studio room. Let me turn on the light. Okay. This is the new studio room, right? I'm not sure if you can see, but those are all my bass traps. I have them leaning on the wall, right? That's some of the equipment right there, right? I got the window there. I got that right there. Boom. Got your cable box, your router, all the stuff, it is what it is, right? So let me open this door here, open that door there, right? So that's just an example of the new, well, I could have flipped this thing around like this. What am I doing? Yeah, that's better, all right? So it's a way larger room and whatnot. The doors, I'm taking these doors off. I'm changing these doors. I'm putting on solid core doors on here that have no sound that pass through. The room is a 15 by 15 room, so it's way larger than the old room. If I'm correct, the last studio was an 11 by 12. That's right, it was an 11 by 12 room. This is a 15 by 15, so this is larger, right? The ceiling fan, I'm taking this off. I don't want it. I'm gonna put on another kind because I don't really like that type of light. It's brand new, by the way, but I don't know. If you like it, then it is what it is. I'm gonna put on something a little more modern. It kind of make me feel like, I'm at grandma's or whatever the case is. I want something a little more futuristic. They have them at Lowe's and Home Depot. I'm gonna get that and install that on. Let me see what we got going here. Let me see. What kind of music will you make? I make all different types of music. Maybe you're new to the channel, so that's probably why you don't know. But I got all kinds of music on this platform right now that I produce. You know what I mean? For starters, you can go listen to the Inner World song that I did. Look it up on my channel. I made a whole music video in my old studio called Inner World. Check out that music video. It's a whole music video. I do all genres of music. You name it, I do it. Right? And these are all bass traps that I built from scratch. This type of stuff this is acoustic material, right? You build this out of like a board, like boards that you get from Home Depot or whatever. And in the back of it, I put like this mesh material that keeps the insulation from escaping. Inside of it is, this is a 6-inch bass trap. And inside of it has Owens Cornering 703. You can find that at, this store called buyinsulationforless.com, I believe it's called. I'm trying to find a bass trap that so you could see what it looked like, because I think all of this is wrapped. No, that one is covered. I gotta have one in here. Let me see, is this one? Nope, all of them. All right, I think I could use this one, right? So now, if you look at this, let me drop that. Now, if you look at that, this yellow is protected by this film that's protecting the place from having insulation airborne. But inside of there is 703. Now, you can use Owens Cornering 703, or you can get something called rock wool. Rock wool, to me, performs better in certain places, but 703 is more easy to manage. You know what I mean? Both of them are good because I use both. I use rock wool and I use Owens Corner in 703 for the acoustic treatment of whatever. Now, that's called a diffuser, right? It's a diffuser and a bass trap in one, right? Behind this, oh, here we go. Hold on, let me do this real fast. I could show you that. Let me see. Let me put this here real quick. Get this. All right. So now, let me put this sideways so I can show you what rock wool look like, right? So now, this is what rock wool look like. This one I don't have covered. I didn't cover this. That's what rock wool look like, this material, right? It's insulation that normally goes inside of walls, but recording studios use this to produce sound absorbers, right? So if you think about it, this is 6 inches of rock wool acoustic treatment, and then it has diffusers. Diffusers pretty much scatter sound to give a clearer stereo image when you're doing your recordings and so on and so forth. So between the acoustic panels I have in here, I'm going to put one on the ceiling. That is going to be a brand new one. I'm going to build that. The door area, like I said, I'm taking off these doors. This is a very hollow door, not up to spec when it comes to studios. So that's coming off. I'm going to go to Home Depot and pretty much measure these doors and put on solid core doors, which will limit sound transmission. Also with this door, if you notice, I'm not sure if you can see, it has a little gap where I guess sound will just escape. That's not cool. The doors need to be flushed. So I'm gonna have to probably have either doors that are flush or put some sort of rubber catch so that when you close it in, it's a clear seal, right? So once I put the doors on, then I'm gonna put bass traps on the door. The panels are gonna be on the door, and it's gonna be on the outside of the door, preventing sound from the outside, such as the kids, noise, or anything. None of that stuff is going to affect what I'm doing when it comes to music, right? That window, I'm gonna have it covered because I don't really need it. I'm gonna have that covered, and it is what it is. That's just some equipment. I got a bunch of equipment downstairs in the garage that I gotta bring up. But nonetheless, that's just a little, something of whatever it is. So the studio is not up and running. There's no way I can get this up and running that fast. But like I said, I have a lot of work to do. And I have a lot more space to work with. So it's even better than before, So that's about it, y'all. Let me see. Dowell don't sing well. Yeah, he's a horrible singer. You know what I mean? Let me see. To the mods, if y'all still in the building, could you block anybody that's posting Trump in the chat? You know what I mean? I don't know why these demons keep coming here, posting these damn people they worship. I just don't get it, man. I really don't get how people just keep doing that nonsense. Let me just block that person. Oh, somebody blocked them already? Okay. Yeah, because those people, they keep coming in here with all this Trump stuff. I don't care about Trump. I don't care about none of these people. It's like they want y'all to keep focusing on them to vote. It doesn't matter who you vote for, fam. The system is already rigged, so it doesn't really matter, right? It really don't. It don't matter. It don't matter who you vote for or whatever the case is. It's all the same, But nonetheless, I'm gonna get on out of here, man. Do what I gotta do because I got a lot of work that I have to finish right now. And it is what it is, man. So that's it. I gotta go do some trash detail and get all of that stuff packed up. Gonna unpack clothes, all my equipment. I'm gonna move all of that stuff to the studio room and just kind of throw it on the floor, get everything there. I gotta carry my desk, which are very heavy. I gotta carry those upstairs. Yeah, I just gotta clear the garage out. I gotta clear it out, you know. So that's about it, y'all. We're gonna come back with a part 2 to this video and speak more on this. All right. Let me see. So hey, y'all take care. We're gonna be back with more. And that's about it, y'all. So hey, peace and blessings to the mods in the chat. Salute to all the truck drivers out there on the road. You know what I mean? All the people out there doing the graveyard shift. It might be bored at work right now. Y'all just there. Shout out to all the security guards, all the doormen that be in front of these buildings, and you got to just rock it out. And it's like it's difficult to find some sort of entertainment. Maybe you might be watching my videos and it kind of get you through the work schedule. You know what I mean? So salute to all of y'all. My final words on the topic, man, is again, roll solo. Learn how to be alone. Learn how to find your way by yourself. You don't need to have everybody around you at all times. Learn how to go out by yourself, hang out by yourself, go to a restaurant by yourself, and just chill. Get to know yourself, because the more you do that, the more you're gonna get to know and understand others, because you know how you are. And the less people you have around you, the less drama you're gonna have. I'm not saying be a loner or antisocial. That's not what this is about. This is about accomplishing more with your life by limiting the amount of people you have in your life. Having too many people in your life can become a distraction, because you really don't know if they have your best interests at heart. And a lot of us have made mistakes of bringing people in and thinking very highly, and then things go south, and all of a sudden now you're like, damn, I have these people around me. I have this person near me, and I'm thinking this person is cool, and the whole time, what I'm saying, it's a different frequency these people are on. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna come back with another video later on. I'm not sure what time, but I'm gonna go put some work in. Then I'm gonna come back and do more content, because I'm behind on content. You know what I'm saying? I gotta pay these bills. So at the end of the day, I gotta make content. So I'm gonna go do some work around the house right now, and I'm not going to sleep. Like I said, I got work to do, a lot of work, and then I gotta head out to Home Depot. So I gotta do that and carry some stuff that I gotta bring back here. I still want to have a barbecue today as well. So I'm going to go do that, and I'm going to come back with another live just like this. You know what I'm saying? No studio set up yet, none of that stuff. But I'm going to probably do live streams when I'm building up back the studio, like set the camera up with the microphone where you can see me working, painting. I'm going to try to make it where it's a little more interactive like that. Maybe I can set the camera up at a certain height in the room where you can see the whole room, and you can literally see me paint the room. I think that would be cool, because while I'm streaming, I don't have to be next to the camera, because I'll use my external microphone and it'll pick up my voice crystal clear. So I'm going to do that as well, so it could be a little fun for the audience. So I don't know. I might go on the computer, look up some paint to paint the room. I'm gonna paint the room a certain style. I gotta order some more LED lights, because me and my lighting is sick. So I'm gonna do that. If anybody know of a place where I can get a professional LED lighting that have like my name, I'm talking about a professional a professional place where I can order an LED lighting of my choice, and I can send them my logo, and I can have that set up professional, let me know that on Instagram. I'm not talking about nothing cheap now. I'm talking about a professional company that does custom LED lighting, right? That can bring to pass a certain style that you want. For example, my logo that I use, I want to have something like that in an LED thing that I could put in the studio. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter how much it costs. I just need the information on who I need to talk to about that, right? Because there's a lot of things that I got to do, you know? Yeah, like V-Dub says, can't trust everyone. You really can't, people. You can't trust everyone, man. I know we chop it up here, and we probably like, but aren't you here telling us how do we trust you? Don't even trust me. Don't even trust me. If my fruit is not showing you good character, you can't trust me either. See, it's not about not trusting people. It's about, do people have the character? Are people showing the fruit? See, don't be like P. Diddy Dow. Anytime P. Diddy Dow speaks, right, he always talks about, by their fruits you shall know them. He's not talking about fruits of righteousness. He's talking about fruits in terms of building houses, building this and building that. That's not fruit. That's not fruit. The heathen does that. Unbelievers do that. Unbelievers can build houses, and they could do it very well. So is P. Diddy Dow saying that the fruits of the heathen is equivalent to that of God? So when the Bible speaks of know them by their fruits, it's not talking about how many houses they built or how their garden is nice. No, it's talking about fruits of righteousness, how you treat others, how you interact with others, living a sinless life, living holy and set apart. That's the fruit that the scriptures speak of. So I'm not saying just not to trust people, but the point is people have to have good character. They have to be trustworthy. And that develops over time. You just can't trust people just off the top of your head, like, okay, I trust them. No, trust is earned. Just like respect, it's earned, you know? Of course, you're supposed to show people respect to get respect, but to be honest, respect is earned, man. It really is, because a lot of times people could come around you and they switch up, you know? So, let me see. Yeah, you can't really take Diddy Dow serious, man. The man is an adulterer, man. The man is an adulterer. The man is sleeping around with another man's wife. If people still can't see that, bro, that's not a man of character. If a man that's sleeping with another man's wife cannot be telling y'all on YouTube, know them by their fruits, when he's sleeping with another man's wife. It makes no sense. Right? So again, I'm gonna get up on out of here. I got a lot of work that I gotta do. I'm gonna get it done, and I'm gonna come back with another video, another important video I'm gonna do. I'm gonna try to do these videos like this. I like how this is. I hope the video playback is clear and there's no glitches, because I'm using the Wi-Fi in the house, so it should be a little better. I'm trying to record in 1080p, but I don't know. It keep recorded in 720. Maybe there's a certain setting I'm doing wrong, but I would like to have these videos in 1080p so the quality is more clear, you know? Somebody said, don't be speaking on me. I don't know who you are. Yeah, at Caramel Kimmy Kim, the new studio room is big. It's a big room. I'm really happy about it. It's a larger room, larger space. I'm able to do more, but I'm gonna have approximately four different, 4 to 5 different studio setups. I'm gonna have. So it's not just gonna be that one room. I'm gonna have other spaces in here that's gonna be used for studio content. You know, I was looking at these 2 chairs that I want to buy. They look nice. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking about getting that and have like a little podcast set up in the corner somewhere and get some lighting and do something fancy to like do like some sort of interview types content. I'm trying to see how I'm going to do it. But like I said, I'm utilizing the space for business, you know? Um, you said probably a certain update on my phone. I don't know. I have to figure it out how to record, how to stream on YouTube in 1080p on iPhone. I got to look it up and find out what they say. Rebecca says, happy for you, Ringo. Enjoy your new house and studio will be fab. Appreciate that. Happy belated birthday. And shout out to everybody that sent happy birthday messages. I really appreciate all the messages. I know I'm not in the comments. You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm just really, really busy. I ain't get, yeah, listen, I slept all day, pretty much. I went to Home Depot early. I mean, to Lowe's early, and got back, and I just went to sleep, and I slept literally the whole day because I didn't get no sleep. It's like my first time getting any sleep in days, you know. So that was good. It's so funny, man. I'm not even gonna say that part, man. I'm gonna leave that part out, man. I'm telling you, man. I gotta figure this place out, man. These smart houses, man, whatever they want to call this mess. It's not really so smart. It's like I'm smarter than the smart house, but there's some things I gotta sort out. But yeah. Just know, people, there's a lot of folks out there that really don't want to see you win. They don't want to see you win, y'all. They don't. They want to see you down. But again, I appreciate everybody that gave out the birthday wishes and came and they commented under the videos. I really appreciate all those comments. I actually read all the comments, you know what I'm saying? But it's difficult to reply. I can't reply to everybody. So I'm trying to reply now by speaking. So I'm going to get back to work right now, y'all. I don't want to waste any more time. But appreciate y'all coming by, sticking around. You got 380 in the building. Salute to the 380. If you're someone in the YouTube Shorts algorithm, you're probably like, who this Negro is right here? Who is this guy on my screen, man? Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Trust and believe that. When you come over to Ringo TV Reactions, you're going to get real content, real commentary about different issues in life, advice, you know, real criticism. We talk about different issues regarding dating, marriage. We give you the best advice and the best info on YouTube. A lot of content creators come to my channel to steal original talking points. They go to their larger platforms, and because they have a larger following, it will appear as if though they're the source. But no, I'm the source because I actually have the results of a real family, and I know the good, the bad, and the ugly. I can tell you the good, the bad, and the ugly, and I'm not going to lie to you. If I'm speaking on relationships or any sort of dynamic, I'm not going to sugarcoat nothing. I'm not going to sell you any dreams. I'm going to tell you exactly what you're going to deal with, you know? Yeah, the fruit of the Spirit is love and charity. And regarding that, at E. Clay, there's a scripture in the Bible that talks about how if you have not charity, then it's like you're just making noise. You're like a brass instrument, just making a bunch of noise. You get what I'm saying? And a lot of people don't have charity. That's the fruits of the Spirit. Matter of fact, I might do a video about that, because when P. Diddy Dow talks about you'll know them by their fruits, the Bible is speaking of specific fruits. It's not talking about building houses. Y'all don't see how P. Diddy Dow is full of pride. He makes videos telling y'all, look at this garden. Look at my greenhouse. Look at what I got. Look at this. But what about those other guys? They're not doing nothing. They're not doing this. I mean, come on, man. That's not fruit. That's pride. Because people in the world are doing better than P. Diddy Dow when it comes to building. Are we to say they're more righteous? Can't. Because you don't judge the tree by materials. You don't. Right? So we're going to get up on out of here. Right? We got a lot of things to take care of and do. I'm not even paying the trolls any mind. They're just wasting their time. Like I said, I'm in North Carolina now. I'm at peace. I'm not worrying about all that other dumb stuff. We focusing on family. We focusing on development. We going to build. We can focus on business. You know, these are the type of things I'm focusing on right now. Right? So y'all stay safe out there. It is what it is. I'll catch you on another stream later on. That being said, make sure you rate, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And do what it is that you got to do, you know? And it's just something to think about. So, hey, if you ain't catch the video stream from the beginning, rewind it back. Watch it from the beginning. We're going to come back with a part 2. But later on, I'm going to deal with another topic. And hopefully it'll stimulate thought and you'll become a better person and do what you need to do. Again, ignore the trolls. The trolls are just here to look for attention. That's all they do. We don't have time to waste with that. We about business over here. So y'all have a blessed day, a blessed evening, a blessed night, wherever you are in the world. And drive safe if you're on the road. Be at peace if you're on the job. Watch your circle. Make sure the people around you are legit, because a lot of us, we don't really know who people are until they're put to the test. And that's when you really know who's who. So if there's anything you got to get out of the stream, is the people that you have around you that you think are cool, you will never know who they really are until they're put through the test and you can really find out. Until there's a test that comes up to test their character, you really don't know who they are. They could be the nicest to you. They can be around you and everything will look good. But until that test comes to really prove who they are, you don't really know. You know, a real friend stick closer than a brother. We're going to talk about these things in another video. So y'all take care, man. Ringo TV Reactions. Salute to everybody out there. Thanks for stopping by. And I appreciate your time of you considering the channel. So make sure you rate, comment, and subscribe. Ringo TV Reactions, I'm out. Salute to the mods in the chat. Peace and blessings.